I'm your neighbor. I got this letter for you by mistake.
Thank you.
You have a beautiful yard.
Oh, thank you. And where do you live?
I live in the house down the street on the corner.
That house, the one right on the corner?
Yeah.
Are you renters?
No, we own. We own. And, you know, I've been there about 19 years.
Well, if you ever need a good gardener, I've got a really great one.
Thank you.
Okay.
I'll keep it in mind.
Okay.
It's another DIY Network Yard Crashers quick tip.
Is your lawn nice and green? I'm going to show you what fertilizer is and how to use it correctly.
There are 3 numbers on fertilizers that, left to right, represent the percentages of nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium.
Very important. Before you spread fertilizer, make sure that you wet the soil beforehand.
Take a drive or jog down Herschel Avenue and you'll see a neighborhood packed with big parks, manicured lawns, and houses painted to perfection. That's why it's so easy to find the dog on Herschel Avenue. But ignoring isn't an option when you live next door.
We keep the blinds down in our house so we don't actually have to look at their house.
Or across the street.
Just shake my head every time I walk to my car.
With summer weather on its way after this weekend, you'll want to get your yard in tip-top shape. So, City News asked viewers to send us photographs and tell us why they deserve a yard makeover. Our consumer specialist, June Lee, introduces us to the lucky winner.
Okay, we're going to take one more look at the yard before. There it is. Up. And now, take a look at what this yard looks like now. Oh, my God. If your jaw is not dropping, you are crazy. Tell me your emotions looking at your yard today.
It's unbelievable. You can't even tell it's the same place. Our neighbors don't even recognize it when they drive by.
I have a lot of people come up to me and ask me questions on how to take care of plants. And then I tell them, and I think 2 minutes later they forget what I tell them because there's a lot of detail involved. I had one guy bring me a sample of a leaf from a citrus tree. He said he's got some kind of insect. And I said, it's grasshopper damage. And he said, that's impossible. He says, I don't have any grass. Everybody's yard is beautiful to each person. If they're really bad, I just kind of keep from laughing. But I can't be a critic because my yard is kind of a mess right now too. I spend too much time making other people's yards look beautiful. No, this is a really pretty plant. You'll see. Someday it'll come back and just like an ugly duckling, it'll be a beautiful swan. Or it'll make good firewood. That's plan number 2. But don't get discouraged, because there's always artificial plants and artificial grass now. So you don't have to make things grow. Here we're going to make this into a topiary animal, or a human, or a rock. or anything, maybe even a dinosaur. All you do is start cutting. Oh, my finger. Just cut, cut, cut in shape. Make this really fun, and if it doesn't work, you put it back.
I think at some point in time, everyone's got to learn how to fix a sprinkler. But I'm also going to show you how to do it.
Hi neighbor, how are you today on this beautiful, yummy, sunny afternoon here? It is gorgeous. Well, you know, back in the day, if you actually watered your lawn, which I know you guys don't, it would make it green and it would grow and it would look lovely. But since you've stopped watering, Barbara is going to come up with an idea. He's come up with an idea that I think will just revolutionize the entire neighborhood.
This is perfect for you because I know how much you care about lawn care. Right here, you've got a piece of synthetic lawn turf. It's very comfortable. It's very soft. It's very frilly.
No water needed, no cutting,
no fertilizer.
No fertilizing. It's good for the economy. It's good for the environment.
We sometimes use it as a slip and slide by watering it and then running and diving.
I prefer to go butt first, but Barbara likes to head first dive because when she played volleyball back in the day, keep your head up, she hits it, and then she goes right out to the next yard. It's unbelievable. This is the greatest stuff since sliced bread. We really recommend it to you to make sure that your lawn looks as good as the rest of ours. Well, and hey, let's get back to how bad your lawn looks, because it is really terrible. We have had many gatherings in the neighborhood on what to do about your lawn. And then, you know, probably the best thing in this day and age is synthetic turf. It is the way to go. Soft, has a little tush. You know, there are many functions for this synthetic turf. One of them is to put it in your lawn and to make it look beautiful, green, the whole thing. But there's also functions like hitting a golf ball. Because without the turf, if I had a lie right here, I would swing and I'd hit the dirt and I would start chewing this all up. It would look terrible after a few practice rounds of hitting the ball in my backyard. But if I put a golf ball on the synthetic turf and I waggled, the waggle is very important. Here, let me show you the waggle. The golf ball is there. And notice that I did not mess any turf up. I didn't take a divot. Another ball there. Do another waggle. Come in front to hit. And then take that nice, easy swing. Look for the golf ball. I've had students who don't tend to look for the golf ball where it is. You want to look for the ball, belt buckle to the target, and pose. I'd like to call Barbara into the scene right now and have her show you the proper setup with the golf club as we put a golf ball on the synthetic turf. Now, one of the first things Barbara's going to have to do, in other words, it's called the waggle. Note how her knees and her hips, because the hip thrust is very important in the golf swing. So Barbara is noted for having a tremendous hip thrust. So now, if she were to back up and hit the ground, notice how that would mess up the grass and the dirt. And that's exactly how she did that, and that ball is still.
Show me, honey.
That ball. Okay, dear. This would be it. I'm not going to hit the ball. I'm going to swing next to it, and notice that I hit that, and it didn't even make a mark here. It was a bad swing, but that happens. It's the grass of the future. It's the field of the future. It makes life better.